Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Did you see what Floyd said? I think he might saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
I mean, I have to say this, Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day.
You see somebody like Floyd Mayweather, that's the oldest trick in the book, y'all. Y'all know. When y'all see somebody flogging money everywhere, they got this, they got that, they got this. Was it Gervonta Davis? Tank told us 2 years ago that the reason they held Floyd Mayweather, you can put it back on the screen, captive in Dubai is because he had owed them money and they wouldn't release him until he announced the fight to give him their money back. You know they do that over there in Dubai, right? You ain't going nowhere if you owe a debt. He was trapped over there for almost 2 months, according to Gervonta. They shared the same manager, Al Layman, who collected money in cash.
And by the way, there's an update right now posted on Inside the Ring show that the camp of Team Pacquiao, which I expected would say that this is a pro fight. That's not the biggest problem that I see right now. It is not. So, if you think about this really, an announcement was made. Pacquiao says it on social media and on interviews. Then suddenly Floyd Mayweather says something different. This is something to be worried.
The frustration across the boxing community has reached a boiling point, and the anger is impossible to ignore. Floyd Mayweather has now openly signaled that he wants to step away, abruptly pulling out of what was supposed to be a legally confirmed professional rematch, and instead opting for the safer route of an exhibition bout. This move strongly suggests he's unwilling to put his flawless 50-0 record on the line against a determined Manny Pacquiao. What we're seeing isn't just the collapse of a highly anticipated fight. It's being viewed as a direct slap in the face to fans. As a result, many within the combat sports world are now ready to challenge and dismantle the untouchable image that has defined his legacy for years.
So everyone good?
Yeah, first off, Manny Pacquiao at Sphere. What part did being at the Sphere kind of play in you taking that fight?
Well, as of right now, we don't know exactly where the fight is going to be at. We don't know the location of the fight. The Sphere is one of the places that they talked about. So we don't know if it's 100% going to be there. And this is not actually a fight, it's an exhibition.
Okay.
So we're going to do it again, and hopefully we're going to entertain the people.
Right. And as far as that, what's it going to be like fighting him again, like 11 years later now?
It's just, I never really took any abuse, in the sport of boxing. Still extremely healthy, work out every day. And, I got an exhibition with Mike Tyson also, another exhibition in Greece. So if I'm just sitting at home and I'm just working out every day, spending time with my grandson and spending time with my children, I said, why not go out, have a little fun, entertain, and put on some exhibitions? And so that's what I'm doing.
Any chance of these two sides coming together has completely unraveled. Manny Pacquiao has taken a firm stand, making it clear he won't agree to a staged exhibition that feels more like a light workout than a real contest. What he's demanding is a fully sanctioned bout, complete with official scoring and a result that becomes part of both fighters' records. What makes the situation even more surprising is that the available documents reportedly support his position.
Did you, Manny, by chance, did you see what Floyd said? I think he's saying that he feels it's an exhibition and not a real fight.
Is that what he's feeling? But he signed a real fight.
So it's for sure.
Yes, the contract that we signed is a real fight.
Real fight. Okay. Yeah, because I know he said
I want
those
to fight.
things.
I want to fight an exhibition.
No exhibition. It's either real fight or nothing.
Yeah, it's a real fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Is Spears still in Las Vegas?
That's that's the contract that we signed. I mean,
Yeah. Okay, so it's still happening then.
he has to remember that.
But it's still on. It's still happening.
Oh yeah, we did sign the contract already, so there's no reason why
Why wouldn't?
why wouldn't.
Yeah. All right. Look good. You look already in shape. What adjustments do you think you're gonna make for the rematch? Adjustments compared to the first fight.
I have the improve and better strategy, or compared to the last one.
I know it's something you've been wanting for a very long time. I know you felt that that first fight wasn't, the best of you, right?
Yeah. This time, no excuse.
Behind the scenes, major revelations have started to surface. Insiders, including Mike Coppinger from ESPN, have reported shocking details, claiming that a formal contract for a professional fight has already been signed and finalized. This means the massive global announcement wasn't speculation or guesswork. It was based on something real. Because of that, the sudden change in direction from the opposing side has left people across the boxing world questioning what's actually going on behind the curtain.
Mayweather threw some cold water on any excitement for the fight with Manny Pacquiao in September, when last week he did an interview and said that it's not going to be a real fight, it's going to be an exhibition and not necessarily going to be at the Sphere. And Max, that really puzzled me because this wasn't just reporting. Netflix, a multi-billion-dollar company, officially announced that this would be a real fight at the Sphere. So earlier this morning, I spoke to Jazz Mather, who is the CEO of Manny Pacquiao Promotions, and he said it is absolutely a real fight. There's a signed contract. Mayweather signed it. It's in there. That it's a real fight that'll count on their records, and it's going to be at the Sphere. So I'm not sure what Floyd is talking about. I don't know if Floyd got bad advice, but he's contracted, so it would be a breach if not. I don't see him turning down a major payday over this, but we'll bear watching. And also, I'm told that further to that, Pacquiao has no interest in this.
It raises serious questions about the true intention behind scaling down what should be a major professional clash into a low-stakes exhibition. Many within the sport believe the reasoning comes down to one thing: fear of what could happen. Analysts across boxing, including voices like Max Kellerman, are speaking bluntly about the situation. The physical limitations that come with age can't be ignored forever. And nearing 50, a fighter's body naturally doesn't perform the way it once did. That a widely shared belief is that protecting an unblemished 50-0 record has become the top priority. Facing an opponent who remains driven and still carries the belief that he was denied victory back in 2015 presents a serious risk. A sanctioned bout brings real consequences, real damage, and an unpredictable outcome. Because of that, the sudden shift toward an exhibition is being viewed by many as a calculated move, one that allows for a massive payday while minimizing the threat to a flawless legacy.
Happened after its expiration date. We will never have the actual answer. You and I might agree, Mayweather was too long, too good a boxer, naturally bigger guy and better defense. But we will never actually know the answer to that question because we never got to see it 5 years earlier. Now, Shady makes the point, Malik, that this is not like Crawford Canelo, and it's not. But it's also not exactly like Jake Paul and Mike Tyson.
It's nowhere near that stuff.
So what is it? What are we? Because Netflix doesn't seem to care if this is more of kind of a carnival or an exhibition, or if it's like the greatest, biggest fight in the world. What they're looking for are eyeballs, right? Where does this fall? Mayweather and Pacquiao on the most legitimate Crawford Canelo side of the spectrum, or the kind of sideshow Jake Paul, Mike Tyson side of the spectrum?
To piggyback off of what Shady was saying, I actually believe people will feed into it heavy because we're talking about two of the elites of all time. They both are extremely technically sound. They both are known for what they have done in the ring. Obviously, Mayweather got the huge promotion market behind him. So does Pacquiao. I just think it does numbers, and I also would be like a huge fan of it. I think the way how Floyd is looking lately, whether it's in the gym and the way how Pacquiao has been looking in his last fight, I'm I'm really into the fight if they're going to do it again, especially if it's going to be on the best stage in the world, the ring, the Netflix, and the same.
The controversy has spread far beyond just the two fighters at the center of it. Former opponents are now stepping in and adding fuel to the situation. Oscar de la Hoya, for example, went on a heated, no-holds-barred rant that quickly went viral and grabbed everyone's attention. But he didn't sugarcoat his reaction, openly criticizing the sudden withdrawal and labeling it as weak behavior. Drawing from his own past experiences, de la Hoya claimed he went through something very similar. He described how a retirement announcement was allegedly used as a strategic move to avoid honoring a rematch agreement, only for that same fighter to return to action immediately after the contractual obligation had expired.
Yo, what's up, guys? I wasn't going to do a clapback, but all the news on Mayweather Pacquiao potentially falling apart. I mean, I have to say this. Mayweather, come on, dude. Fight a real fight. You're still trying to protect your O? Yes, you're 50-0 on paper, but people know you've lost. Shit, your own father said you lost against me back when we fought. And what's crazy is that people don't know that we had a rematch clause for 1 year. And what do? Your pussy ass retires for 1 year and 1 day. Bro, ever since I got beat up by Manny Pacquiao in my last fight, I've wanted to fight every single day, but I couldn't because I wasn't right. Physically, emotionally, I just wasn't right. All that depression, all that shit that I had within my spirit. But now these last 5 years, I've put in the work, man. Woo! I did a lot of work and I feel happy. I feel at peace. And you know what? A man at peace is a dangerous fucking man. I can fucking take on King Kong if I want and beat his ass. Shit, I'll even fight Jake Paul. Let's go.
This harsh public criticism only intensified the situation, adding even more momentum to the growing backlash. It's shaping a narrative that suggests a legendary fighter may have a long, carefully calculated pattern of avoiding high-risk matchups whenever the conditions aren't entirely in his favor.
I want to know how you beat Manny Pacquiao on the second go-around.
We both winners. Because it's an exhibition, so we're both winners. I mean, we just want to go out there and entertain the people and put on a good show.
All of this frantic activity leads to a much bigger and uncomfortable question making the rounds in the sports world. What's really driving these decisions? There's growing speculation about whether the fighter known for constantly showcasing extreme wealth might actually be facing financial pressure. Some rumors even suggest he could be stretched too thin financially or dealing with serious money issues. The sudden push to line up multiple unusual exhibition bouts has only intensified that talk, setting up a fight with a kickboxer in Greece, and even entertaining the idea of sharing the ring with Mike Tyson doesn't exactly resemble a relaxed victory tour. To many observers, it feels more like a fast-paced effort to generate large payouts. When a retired star begins taking on scattered appearances across different countries for quick earnings, the narrative starts to change. Instead of looking like a celebratory comeback, it begins to resemble a situation that could be driven by financial urgency.
What's going on?
Hey, I mean, it's unfortunate that it's come to what it's come to. Obviously, when we first heard about him having a 3-fight deal, we understood why he's having a 3-fight deal. I gave my name to people that he could have fought, that could have helped him if he was in financial crisis and needed to recoup some of that money back. And Manny Pacquiao was one of the names. It's crazy that it's even got to this point. I don't even know what to think about it at this point. Obviously, signing multiple deals and getting in advance and having them pay you ahead of the fight. I mean, like, is that normal? Does that happen?
I mean, you. Nah. Hey, yeah. Ocho, I've known players that they burn through their money. They take out an advance on next year's salary.
Nah.
Yes.
Wait, hold on. Wait, bring that. Hold on. Time out. Bring that back to me one more time.
I've seen guys. I know guys. I'm never gonna put their business out there. that go through the money that they made in 25 that they got to take an advance out on 26 salary. Yes.
Man, I hope ain't none of this true, man. I know they're pretty much quotes, but I hope Floyd ain't in that predicament, bro.
I hope so.
What's happening behind the scenes could push this situation far beyond the ring and straight into a legal battle. New reports claim that a large upfront payment from the fight purse has already been received, which complicates everything significantly. That detail creates a high-stakes dilemma. The other side appears to be forcing a clear choice. Move forward with the officially sanctioned fight exactly as outlined in the contract, or face serious legal fallout for failing to honor the agreement. Taking substantial money tied to a major professional event, and then attempting to replace it with a casual exhibition doesn't match what was originally promised. Because of that, tensions have reached a critical point, and legal teams are said to be preparing for a major showdown if the contract terms aren't fulfilled.
For one, as we stand, this fight is not canceled. I know that there were some things spreading around, some boxing news outlets and stuff yesterday. It is not canceled in any way. Floyd Mayweather is in a breach. He is officially in a breach. He's been in a breach since the day he went out and said what he said on Saturday, but he's officially in a breach as of yesterday. He has a cure period. There are certain things that he needs to do, and he has multiple breaches, not just one. So this was never an exhibition. It was never going to be an exhibition. It was never signed as an exhibition. Manny Pacquiao has no interest in doing an exhibition with Floyd. And just for the record, what the public doesn't know, Floyd Mayweather signed not one, not two, but 3 different agreements on 3 different dates with 2 different parties that ultimately got intertwined in the month of January. And this is all related to his return to professional boxing. First one was on October 24th. The second one was on November 6th. Third one was on December 14th. He received money for all 3 agreements when he signed them, okay? Not only that, he's taken an advance on his purse on this Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, okay? On his fight against Pacquiao. So there's another lender also that's now involved in this, okay? So him saying that it's not at the Sphere, him saying that there's no real fight, that's complete bull.
Any sense of patience is now gone. Both the boxing media and dedicated fans are increasingly rejecting the entire situation, and the criticism has become loud and relentless. The backlash isn't just growing, it's reaching a point where frustration is turning into outright dismissal. Veteran journalist Dan Raphael summed up that fatigue in a striking way, saying he'd rather do something extreme than watch a replay of their widely criticized first matchup.
I said to you in Las Vegas, I'd rather set myself on fire than watch that rematch, because it was, I've said that, I'm not even joking about this, it was the worst experience of my 25 plus year career covering boxing. Absolutely horrible in every sense of the word. The fight stunk, that was the culmination, but everything about it was horrible. I have no interest personally. What I found interesting is that a month and a half ago, there was an announcement that Floyd Mayweather was going to fight Mike Tyson in an exhibition match. So I'm not sure where that fits into the situation. I mean, supposedly they have a signed agreement for that fight pending landing, I guess, some kind of broadcast partner. Whether they've done that or not, I don't know. But, it seems like Floyd, for a guy that's been retired for almost 10 years, is pretty busy. It's just a matter of, do we not have anything fresh in boxing? Is it so pathetic that we have to run back a shitty fight from 12 years ago? I mean, look, Manny looked pretty good when he fought Barrios in July. It wasn't like he looked like an old man. I thought he won the fight, to be quite honest. A lot of people thought he won the fight. Floyd hasn't been in the ring in a real fight, quote unquote real fight, because his final official fight was against Conor McGregor, who was making his pro debut. He got to go back to 2017 for that fight. So we're coming up on a decade since he's been.
Fans are feeling duped, sensing they've been led through a loop of broken promises and constantly changing plans. When a promoter seems more focused on self-promotion and profit than on fair competition, audiences notice fast. What started as genuine excitement around the big announcement has now soured into widespread frustration, with viewers insisting on real, sanctioned fights instead of what they see as staged, profit-driven spectacles.
Mayweather and Pacquiao are doing right now. I think you are dramatically overestimating what the size of the audience is going to be. Sure, it'll be 7 figures because anything on Netflix is 7 figures because it has 270 million subscribers worldwide. It will be 7 figures, but it won't snip the kind of numbers that those other fights did. And that's a problem, I think, for Netflix. Netflix is in the big number business. They're in the event business. I think if you take away the carrot of this being a real fight, that is going to diminish this fight considerably in the eyes of a lot of people, man.
The only carrot here is the fact that Netflix is on board. And if you have a Netflix subscription, you're going to get to watch this for free. My neighbors, my elder league neighbors, they're the ones that actually told me about Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. when it happened. They were into that fight. They bought that pay-per-view. You think they're not going to watch the fight if it's free on Netflix with two familiar names? It's going to be a mega success, but it's going to be a terrible fight. It's going to be two geriatric has-been old greats that are just doing it for the money, and we're just watching for the intrigue. That's it.
I would say this. This is just my opinion. I don't think Netflix knew that Mayweather was going to say that. I think they went into this fight with the belief that it was going to be a real fight. That's what I think. And will this change their opinion of it? I don't know, but I think it definitely diminishes the size of the audience when this fight ultimately happens. However, that's measured. It's going to do 3. Like, look, the Taylor Serrano fight did what, like 5 million views? Like, that's an incredible number generally, but Netflix looks at a number like that and goes like, that's not really for us, because we can put anything on there and do 5 million views. Anything. They could put a replay of Mora Manfredo on there. It would do 1 million views.
You know what? I've been waiting for the Netflix.
And we're off.
Contender season 1. Come on, Netflix. Contender season 1.
Season 1. Let's go.
Right now, everything hangs in the balance, and time is running out. This isn't just about a paycheck or a streaming platform's flashy launch. It's about how history will remember a legendary career. The central question is unavoidable. Will the signed contract compel a real, high-stakes fight where a perfect record could finally be tested? Or will the master of defense find a way to navigate the legal loopholes and evade the ultimate challenge once more? The boxing world is on edge, watching closely to see whether the fighter or the businessman will ultimately step into the ring. Now, what's your take on all the recent drama surrounding Floyd Mayweather avoiding a real rematch? Is fear driving these moves, or will the highly anticipated fight actually happen? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. That wraps up today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell to catch all our future uploads. Share your opinions in the comments and stay tuned. We'll see you in the next video.